Let's talk about navigating the Unit 3 tasks. So here's the Unit 3 task table. There will be an X on assignments you are exempt from in the student self-serve. So if it has an X, don't do it. Fill out the paper version of this table and then keep it with you. You'll turn it in on the day of the test. We'll have 3 topics just like Unit 2, 6D, 6E, and 6F. I broke up the pre-assessments into each of these parts. So on the 6D pre-assessment, whatever number you make, that would be your starting level. So like if you got 1, you'd be a starting level 1. If you got 2, starting level 2, and so on. After you've taken the pre-assessment, you'll take some notes over that section. So the foldable, the front part will be done together, and then the inside with the lines, you'll take notes from this page. Show me your completed foldable for a completion grade. Once you finish the notes, you'll do the practice depending on what level you are here. So if your starting level is 1, you would do the level 1 practice, which is just the worksheet. If you started on level 2 for 6D, you would do this worksheet. If you started on level 3, you would do this Delta Math assignment. And if you started at level 4, you would do this worksheet. After you've completed the practice, you'll turn the worksheets into the tray, or you'll just submit the online assignment. After you've completed the practice, if you did a level 1 or a level 2, you would do this cherry quiz with level 1 and 2, and then if you were level 3 or 4, you would do the level 3 and 4 quiz. On your modules list, only one of those 2 cherry quizzes should show up. After you've completed the cherry quiz, you'll fill out the Google form with the reflection over this topic. The day after we first go over this topic, you'll do your 6D checkup quiz. Remember, checkup quizzes, I want you to try them. Don't use any external resources. It's just so that I can see where you're at for that topic. If you do better on that than the cherry quizzes, then it will replace the grade. If you don't do so well on this, make sure you keep redoing the cherry quizzes until you get a grade that you like. You would do the same thing for the other 2 topics. Take the pre-assessment, find your starting level, take the notes, do one of the practices. So like if you're level 1 for 6E, for example, you would only do either EDIA or the worksheet, not both. And then you take the quiz, which either one that you got, do the reflection, do the checkup quiz. And then you have your 6F pre-assessment. You'll do your notes, practice, cherry quiz, reflection. And then right after you do your pre-assessments, also fill out your goal sheet. It's just to tell me and to write it for yourself to see what you plan to do for each of these sections, a specific goal, and then you would submit that. It's kind of similar to the reflections at the end of each topic. After you're done with all 3 topics, you could do the Unit 3 extra credit project. You'll choose one of the 4 options on the page, and then you would submit it on there. We'll have a review as a class. Turning in the review sheet will be for a practice grade, and then getting the highest scores could give you some extra credit. And then we'll take the Unit 3 test. Remember, show all your work for full credit on those. So basically, here's the minimum requirements for each topic. Do at least 1 note, 1 practice, the cherry quiz, the reflection, and then the checkup quiz per topic. You could do additional practice for more practices needed. Also for this next unit, there will be some practice tests for the ACT and the PSAT. ACT is coming up for the seniors. That will be on the 5th of October. And then the PSAT will be on the 13th of October. And that will be for everyone else besides the seniors. I'll give you a packet for this. You should have received one after taking the test for test 2. Turn those in for some extra points and also to help you prepare for these tests. If you want additional practice, you could click on these links. It'll take you to a practice test. If you are new to this class, here are the links to join each of the online sites. There's Remind, Edia, Desmos, Delta Math, and Khan Academy. Also, make sure you join teams for online tutoring on Mondays from 4 to 5 p.m. You'll come in, bring your questions. You could do like a study group there, anything like that. So let's take a look at what the modules page looks like for Unit 3. So it'll be called Test Cycle 3, Solving Absolute Value. You will complete all the items and get check marks. So, as you can see, I've taken the 3 pre-assessments already and have check marks. If I go to that page, if you look on 6D, for example, my current score was 1 out of 4, so that means I would start at a level 1 for this topic. For 6E, notice I got 2 out of 4, so that means I would be at level 2 for this topic for 6E. And then for 6F, I would start at level 3. So I'd only do the practice for level 3 for 6F, level 2 practice for 6E, and then level 1 practice for 6D. Now if we go back to the modules list, notice that we have test 3 coming soon and the 3 checkup quizzes coming soon. That just means that you can't click on and do it yet. But they'll come up, and then that's what you'll do once they come up first. Here's the notes page. You would show me your completed 6D foldable, then do the practice based on the rubric page on the announcements. And then you would take this cherry quiz. Notice only the level 1 and 2 quiz is there for 6D. The other one's not there at all. Keep doing it until you get a check mark. And then you would do 6E. Complete the practice, do the quiz, do the reflection, and then you do the last topic. If you have any other questions on navigating this or just particular problems that you need help with, make sure to send me a message on Remind.